Hi there, my name's Michelle Marsland of Marsland Accountants. Now, when dealing with your rental income, we sometimes get asked, I haven't got all my bank statements. What should I do? Yeah, when you're coming together with your income, whether it's for your annual accounts or whether it's for your Let Property campaign, which can go back 20 years, finding all those bank statements, especially the paper versions, can be a problem. So the first thing I suggest do, get together what you can, obviously. The second thing I would look at is if you've got an online bank account. If you've got an online bank account, then you should be able to go back quite a long way on that, depending on how long you've had that account for. Now, different banks have different ways of finding this information. So use Google to say, how do I find my bank statements going back 10 years on this account? And it will tell you on there. You might only be able to get them in a CSV or a PDF format, but that's still good enough from our point of view to getting the income together. And that's what it's about. It's finding your income, okay? Or your expenses, but hit down talking about your income. So, because obviously once you find the rent, finding the rents that you've received is really important to get your Let Property campaign or your rental into the HMRC. So now if you can't find it online, the other option may be to write to your bank, especially when you've closed your bank account. Banks do keep this information going back at least 6 years. So your bank might be able to provide that information to you. So it does take quite a long time sometimes, but writing them a good old-fashioned letter might actually work there. All right. Now, if those two options aren't available to you, another way of doing it, if you've ever had a letting agent on the property, then chances are they might hold this information. Now, they might not hold every monthly statement anymore, but often a letting agent can produce an annual statement for you, which should give you your annual income and your annual expenses for each of those tax years when they were acting for you. So that's a good opportunity. It may be actually, if you did have a letting agent at the time, you might be able to find the income statements going back in your emails as well. That's another way of doing it. It is like being an investigator, really, finding this information sometimes. And one other way that I would look at is actually whether you've ever had a tenancy agreement. And we're supposed to have tenancy agreements when you're letting out to people. So if you've got a tenancy agreement, that might tell you what the rent was at the start of the tenancy agreement, and then you should know what it is now. And then you may just have to work out whether you increase it annually or whatever. It's like putting a jigsaw puzzle together, to be honest. So it might be that you can put this puzzle together, and you can actually then find that when the rent's up for a bit of bank statements from a letting agent and putting all that puzzle together. Now, if you didn't want to be bothered with that, you could ask Marslands to do it for you as well. And we're quite good at doing this because we've been doing this for a lot of clients. Over 200 people we've with landlords we've helped now do the Let Property campaign. So we're getting very good at this. And sometimes, yes, we have to look at estimating it for you. But we will do that on the basis that, we'll come together with reasonable figures for you as well. So if you're interested in finding out more about how Marslands can help you, if you go to our website, which is marslands.co.uk, and on there we have, on the front page, we have a little box that says, get a quote now. You fill out a few questions there, and that will tell you a rough idea of how much it's going to cost for us to help you to do the full service. All right. And we do have another service available as well if you've done most of the work already. So the other option is you could email admin@marslands.co.uk. If you want to fill out our get a quote form now, we will then, you've got an option then to book a meeting with us. And if you haven't booked a meeting with us, I will then give you a call in a few days just to see how you're getting on. Thanks very much. Time to shine.